This is the Cessna 177 RG Cardinal, the advanced variant of the original 177. The RG model, which stands for Retractable Gear, was introduced in 1971 and added new dimensions to the capabilities and market appeal of the venerable Cardinal family. The original 177 was first produced in 1968 as a modern replacement for Cessna's hugely popular 172 Skyhawk. While the 177 was aesthetically appealing and offered some advancements like the absence of wing struts for better visibility, it had its drawbacks. Initially, it was underpowered, and this led to some criticism. Cessna addressed these concerns by adding a more powerful engine in subsequent versions, but it wasn't until the introduction of the 177 RG that the Cardinal reached its performance peak. The retractable gear was a major selling point for the new model, setting it apart from the fixed gear variants, a feature that enabled the aircraft to appeal to a broader market, including pilots looking for a higher performance aircraft without moving into the twin-engine category. The 177 RG came equipped with a more powerful Lycoming IO 360 engine, rated at 200 horsepower, which was a substantial increase over the original model's 150 horsepower, and it significantly improved the aircraft's overall performance. These changes were well received in the aviation community and helped the aircraft find a niche among pilots interested in faster, more efficient, single-engine aircraft. Stay with us till the end of the video, because here is everything you need to know about the Cessna 177 RG Cardinal. Stepping inside, the enormous doors are so big that of all airplane models we're familiar with, it's the easiest to get in and out of. There's no wing strut to get in the way, and the floor sits lower to the ground than other high-wing Cessnas, so the step-up is a small one. Those doors require special care, by the way. A gust of wind can damage the door and surrounding sheet metal when it opens violently, and with both doors open and the airplane pointed downwind, the doors can act as fairly efficient sails. Visibility from the front seats is among the best in any Cessna. With the seats forward in flight position, the pilot sits about even with the wing's leading edge, which allows a view around the wing during maneuvering. The 177's cantilever, laminar flow wing, is similar to that on the Cessna 210, and it is positioned far enough aft to allow the pilot greater visibility than in previous high-wing airplanes. The strutless design clears the view out of the side, and the view out the front window is fantastic, recalling current composite airplanes with wraparound windshields. The seats themselves could be ordered with vertical height adjusters, a boon to both short and tall pilots. Cessnas are big favorites with passengers for several reasons. The cabins are generally quite roomy, and the high wing makes for a cool, shady ride as well as a better view. The Cardinal adds to this with a wider cabin than the 172 or 182, low sill height and wide doors. One goal Cessna hoped to achieve with the Cardinal was to improve cabin comfort and design over the 172 and 182 series aircraft and to best the competition. In this regard, it succeeded. The Cardinal cabin is fully 6 inches or 15 centimeters wider than a Cherokee's, putting its sibling Skyhawk to shame, and has a cabin width of 42 inches or 105 centimeters and a height of about 48 inches or 120 centimeters, making it easier for taller individuals to get in and out without hunching. The aircraft comes with a 4-seat configuration, 2 front and 2 back seats, often upholstered in a blend of synthetic materials and natural fibers for better cushioning. The seats are adjustable and typically offer lumbar support, and the seat belts are equipped with shoulder harnesses. The ventilation system is generally adequate, with air vents placed strategically around the cabin to ensure good airflow. However, the heating system can be inconsistent at times. At the other end of the cabin, the baggage compartment is enormous and relatively easy to get to through a dedicated door, but, to put it mildly, oddly shaped. Cessna had to put the wheels somewhere, and they wound up in the baggage bay. The usual Cessna cavern has a big hump in the middle of it, right next to the baggage door. This sounds worse than it is in practice. The baggage compartment holds a huge volume, up to 120 pounds or 55 kilograms, and Cardinal RG owners use the hump as a divider. The baggage door is wide, but what won't fit through the baggage door will go in over the back seats. Now, let's talk about the avionics suite. The instrument panel, which spans roughly 3.5 feet or 1 meter in width, generally follows the classic T formation with its 6 primary flight instruments. You have your airspeed indicator, attitude indicator, altimeter, vertical speed indicator, heading indicator, and turn coordinator. The control knobs for the throttle, mixture, and propeller are centrally located, and there is the added landing gear control lever, usually found to the right of the throttle quadrant. The avionics suite can vary significantly depending on the year of manufacture and any upgrades made by previous owners. Original models came with avionics that feature simple VOR, ILS, ADF, and basic transponders. However, it is not uncommon to find 177 RG models retrofitted with advanced avionics suites such as the Garmin G1000, complete with PFD, MFD, and even synthetic vision. For those interested in more advanced IFR capabilities, it is advisable to have a system equipped with WES-enabled GPS and ADS-B in-out functionalities. In addition to the traditional set of instruments and avionics, the cockpit also includes the gear position indicator panel, usually situated on the lower part of the main instrument panel. This panel typically has 3 green lights to indicate that all 3 gears are down and locked, and a red light to indicate when the gear is in transit. The flap selector switch is conventionally positioned near the throttle quadrant for easy access. The electrical panel is typically found on the left side of the cockpit and includes an array of circuit breakers and electrical switches. When it comes to control feel, the 177 RG maintains a balance of stiffness and responsiveness that is characteristic of the Cardinal series. The control yoke is comfortable to use, and the trim wheels are usually situated between the front seats or on the center console, which provide a decent level of precision, reducing pilot workload during longer journeys. Now let's talk about the engine, performance specifications, and how it flies. The Cessna 177 RG is typically powered by a Lycoming IO360-1B6D engine with a TBO of 2,000 hours. This is a 4-cylinder, fuel-injected, horizontally opposed engine with a rating of 200 horsepower at 2,700 RPM. The engine's fuel injection system allows for more efficient fuel delivery and is generally considered more reliable under varying weather conditions compared to carbureted engines. The aircraft requires 1,600 feet or 500 meters of runway to take off at sea level on a standard day, with a maximum net payload of about 1,170 pounds or 530 kilograms and a full fuel payload of 840 pounds or 380 kilograms. The engines allow a maximum rate of climb per minute of 860 feet or 260 meters and a maximum cruising altitude of 16,900 feet or 5,150 meters. Owners report cruise of about 135 to 145 knots at 8 to 12 gallons per hour or 30 to 45 liters per hour. The RG doesn't get its speed from raw power, so proper rigging is important in obtaining book speeds. Fuel capacity is generally 51 gallons or 190 liters, providing a maximum range of about 760 nautical miles, which is 880 miles or 1,400 kilometers, and about 5 hours in total. And finally, the plane has a minimum landing distance of 1,350 feet or 410 meters. The base purchase price for a new Cessna 177 RG Cardinal was $24,795 before options. But now prices range between $100,000 and $250,000. And while the annual fixed cost is roughly $10,000 to $15,000, the average hourly operating cost is estimated at $100 to $150. Thank you for staying with us till the end. Here are 2 videos you can watch next. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.